Welcome to Golden Lion Company Mini-tournament with in-house players. It has new players and low-elo players mainly. This is going to be the first time I'm casting. I hope you guys enjoy it. Have a nice watch.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Golden Lion Company Age of Empires 4 Invitational Friendly Tournament. I'm your host, Shotghost, and here we have my good friend, Brother 2, and we are spectating and commentating on our match today. Brother, would you like to take us away on some of the rules and how the tournament works?
Yes, so this is a single elimination type of tournament with it's a best of 3 for quarterfinals, semifinals, and finally a best of 5 for finals and consolation. The map pool is current season 10 map selections. Each player can ban a map before playing a game. These maps are then played again in the next matchups. Civilizations, each player has to pick a different civilization for each game. For this one specifically, we did not allow players to ban civilizations because there's a lot of new players and unexperienced as well. So we wanted the people to be at ease and not in the unknown while playing the games.
Excellent, well put. Now we may as well introduce who we're spectating, which is just us.
Yeah, and the first matchup, that's right. You and I.
Yeah.
We also have, we have 4 matchups to begin with, 8 players in this friendly tournament. The next matchup is Bigblob versus Hexae. The third matchup is Mouf versus Tanuki. The fourth matchup is Dralord versus Maxance. This is the first matchup.
And we'll see here, I went English just because it's what I am most familiar with, and my extensive campaign against AI in Age of Empires, I thought maybe that would translate to good PvP, but we'll see how that results here.
Yeah, for me, I tried to use the new civilization that just came out a couple weeks ago, Knights Templar, and I opened with traditional 10 on food, 2 in gold, and I made a little twist by sending 1 to stone with no mining camp. My goal there was just to gain 50 stone so that I can upgrade an arrow slit on my first tower next to my gold mine.
That's something that I definitely learned throughout this tournament, is the importance of placing those early towers for protection of your resources.
Yeah, if for example, if you look at my gold mine, I used to place my house and my mining camp like next to each other, and now I try to be more alert about my positioning of buildings, so I can put in my tower in a nice location where it cover more ground.
I definitely made the mistake here of not putting enough villagers on food. I could have got that age 2 much sooner.
Yes, I see you spread out a little bit in your economy with the wood as early on. Were you planning on something with that, or?
That's just how I play. I've always try to spread it out as much as I can at the start, but I'm seeing the importance of focusing on specific resources for fast advancement.
Yeah. We see you went with Council Hall for H2, and building 2 outposts next to your gold. Were you afraid of an early rush, or you only?
Yeah, I was afraid of an early rush.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and there goes my scout.
Yeah, I noticed. I saw you entering the back of my base, and I was like, well, there's very little chance to get out if I garrison all my villagers here.
Yeah, that definitely did it.
I went
Now I'm
with.
noticing you.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say you. I didn't realize when we played, but Knights Templar don't have landmarks.
Exactly. They don't. It's more like traditional Age of Empire 2, for example, where it's a technology in your town center. They ask you to select a commandery instead of building a landmark. So for H2, I went with my cavalry because it gives a passive bonus of increasing the production speed of military units by 15% and reduce gold cost of all military gold units by minus 5%. It's just a very nice passive bonus for the rest of the game. I had no plans on harassing you, even though like it would be a good pick for that commentary, but I really only used it for passive bonus in this specific game.
Yeah, the idea here for me is that, my experience playing versus other players is that I thought maybe it'd be best to build those defenses, get some archers going early on.
Yeah, the fact that you lost your scout really impaired your map awareness. I see, like it feels like you're building a bit too many towers early on at this point, especially since you have not had any aggression to you.
Yeah, that was being very overzealous.
And at this time, you did not plan at all to send any military units to my side of the map.
No, I definitely thought about it, but this time I was definitely looking at the more defensive angle.
Okay. I noticed, I think, the fact that you were not. It was like at 7 minutes now, so I assumed that you would probably not attack me, and I went with an ability of the Knight Templars is it's a research that you do in your town center that creates pilgrims. They spawn at your main town center and they run towards the secret site that you chose. And the bigger the distance they have to walk, the more gold they generate.
Oh,
And
wow.
if you don't stop this, it's a very free tickle of gold, and it's very important late game when the gold mines are expanded.
And how many can you send at once? I see two moving right now.
Yeah, so those are free once you've made the research, and it keeps spawning every minute. There's two research, so now that's why you see two of them. And past those two research, it adds one pilgrim per castle that you build, and to the maximum of 10 pilgrims. But that's 10 pilgrim every minute to a
Yeah,
maximum of
jeez.
130 gold. That's a max they can carry. But times 10, it's like 1,300 gold per minute. So
That's quite the advantage with gold.
yeah, definitely. If you don't, if you can't stop it, yeah, it's a very huge advantage. I see you started collecting stone. Um,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna turtle, I wanted to have some stone ready for castles and stuff.
yes. In On my side, I was at this time thinking about aging up, but also like I wanted a few military units just to escort my pilgrims and cover my hunting grounds. Um, I built an archer range in prediction that I was gonna age up using the commentary that gives you extra, like, better crossbowmen for Knight Templars. But I switched at last minute because I was like, you're playing English, using longbowmens, and the Kingdom of Castile give me the unit of, like, cavalry that throws javelins, and they have bonus against light archers, and I was like, it's probably gonna come in handy at some point.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, like you see, I'm starting to trying to fill up my towers with some archers.
What made you think about going to middle at this point with your archers?
I was just thinking maybe what could I see? Maybe anything I could find by itself to shoot, like your scout here. I think I could maybe take a shot at.
Oh, you did find my villager building over there.
Oh yeah, this is where I lose a few guys.
Yeah. And my
You sold.
that was a good split though. That was a good split. What you did there to save more of them.
Yeah, I had to do something. I definitely could have been getting more. Like I'm just building archers at this point, and I should have been trying to focus on maybe something else as well.
Yeah, having a mix of military units. Some pikemen to protect your longbows. I did not know if you would start raiding my backline of villagers. So I was making a very short wall just to help me prevent unforeseen raiding. But at the same time, I did
Yeah.
not scout any stables on your side, so I did not know exactly what you were going to do.
I happy to see that I kept up with you on villagers.
Yeah, actually. I need to improve that, clearly. Well, the thing is, obviously, since I have to age up from the town center, I'm losing a few villager productions. Because the town center is busy aging up instead of creating villagers.
Do you think implementing an early on like expansion would be a good way to negate that?
It certainly would be, but it would require stone and quite a large amount of wood. Depends on if you're going for that strategy. Um, I was personally not going for this, so my resources were aimed at something else. We see that you are going age up with the White Tower. Defending that gold mine.
Yeah, I definitely also missed out on doing walls. It's just interesting to see you with your walls set up.
Well, it was not exactly the. I can't say it's the best, but I wanted a close wall, and then from there I would expand to secure more resources. Right now, I'm just trying to collect all the relics and being escorted by my cavalry. Because technically, your economy is like, it's not bad, not at all, considering the amount of villagers you have. Reaching out Castle Age, maybe the next step is to create monks to capture those relics for free passive income of gold. Personally, I forget it quite a lot. I'm still learning about this aspect of the game. I guess I'm happy this game I did not forget about it.
Yeah. I went to do the monks. Like you can see me building the monastery here, just to the north of my base.
Yes.
I built it with the same people who built the castle, and so I definitely start going for the relics. I just feel like my presence around the map was very minimal.
Yeah. It's hard if you don't have the visibility. Right now, I did not feel pressured, so instead of making an army, I just secured more ground on the map. I was like, alright, now I can build a castle next to this sacred site, which is gonna be like passive income. I have my church, my monastery right behind it because there's a research in the fortress that increased the gold generation from monasteries, sacred sites, and pilgrims by 20%. That's from Knight Templar.
Yeah. Oh, and our villager count starting to even out. I think I definitely start slowing down heavy on the villagers at some point here.
Transitioning in towards the farm setup for you.
Yeah.
For me, it was very important to play safe the first game. I did not want to rush. I did not want to do any special strategy or whatever. My goal was really to take ground methodically for the map, for this game. So you can see I'm very slowly advancing, making walls, building, staying in the middle of the map, being able to react to any aggression that you would send towards me.
Yeah, that's a nice little setup you got going.
Aggression that never came, but
Yeah.
I was prepared for it.
We were both preparing for aggression.
Yeah, I should have probably poked your defense a little bit more. That would have kind of forced you to build some more military personnel as well. From this point, I'm trying to use my foothold in the middle of the map to build forward barracks, military buildings to reinforce my army if any fight would ensues.
Yeah, I like the way you kind of you are expanding without even building a second town center.
Yeah,
To give
I
you all
think.
this map control.
Yeah. But I should. I think that would be a point of improvement to at least when I reach Castle Age, when I feel secure and I have the resource, I should probably build a second TC because I'm drowning in food right now, and that food could definitely support making more villagers. What is your vision? Well, at some point I remember about one relic on the side of your base. I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's happening now. I was like, oh, I'm gonna wait till your monk arrives, but yeah.
Yeah, you
I
got the knights coming up, and
yeah,
then my monk going towards it.
I swear I hallucinated a trader from this side of the map, and I was like, oh, he's trading. I'm gonna send some knights, but I did not find any trader. I just stumbled upon a upon a monk,
My
and I was like,
monk.
yeah, I was like, what is this? Very bad timing. And yeah, and I know I went back to the corner of the map, and I still haven't found the market. I was like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, that was a sad day. I really wanted that relic.
Did you end up going back to pick it? Because I remember not going at
We're gonna find out.
it. Yeah, at 20 minutes, I now use the resource to age up to H4, going for Republic of Venice, which reduce the change in the base buy or sell price by 75% when trading resource at the market. And it does come in handy. It also gives me access to the unit condottieri and traders, because Knight Templars do not have traders by default. They have to use this age up specifically.
Oh, I see.
I felt very comfortable at this point, so I decided to expand my reach of defense by making another fortress next to the second sacred site. This will also increase my number of pilgrims. I'm currently at 4 being spawned every minute.
And that's put your gold income at over 1,400.
Yeah.
Oh, getting over 1,500 gold per minute now. Holy smokes! I'm at 0. That was definitely a killer. I was producing a ton of food and wood, but my gold production at this point was not good and not helpful.
Well, I think you used your gold miners to build
We had a
your.
new expansion.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I did not find this for a very long time. So yeah, you did end up going for that relic a second time. I should have left. I should have left like one knight over there.
Yeah, the only relic I secured.
Really? Oh yeah, I did pick up the fourth one. I see that you have like 52 military units, and I'm like, where's your army? But yeah, they're all in towers.
Yeah, I loaded all the towers, and there's some spread out.
Yeah. You can see the Genitor, which is my Castle Age unit, anti-archer unit. Not great against anything else. That it has a very low damage of 5. We see, might see a first engagement.
Yeah, those anti-archer units. Wow.
Even, well, I think, fun fact. No, your longbowman just hits really hard because my Genitor have 7 ranged armor, and you still manage to do a lot of damage to it. I retreated when I saw your white tower, but maybe I should have tried to follow momentum.
Yeah, I got about 20 villagers queued up on my northern expansion.
Do you? Oh,
In a
yeah.
last-ditch effort to gain enough resources to hold you back.
Yeah. At this time, I think you're having trouble with the gold. Because you do have a lot of food, a lot of wood.
I just queued up about a lot of archers.
Yeah. Oh boy.
The idea was, you know, more archers, more damage, less of your horses.
Yeah. On my side, I'm still just securing my foothold on the middle. I'm like, alright, this place is pretty safe. Now I was gonna expand my military production right here. I have access to siege engine and still doing research to have a better army.
Yeah, this is where I learned you had a fortress here.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you look at my at the market, bottom right, you'll see that the Venetian trader, I can only make 5 of them. That's from the H4.
But
Can
they're
only
super fast, holy
Yeah,
smokes.
exactly. There's only 5 of them, but they go pretty fast. Your spearman went for the sacred site and found my scout. I don't think I saw. Oh yeah, I did see that you had a keep being built because I, at some
Your
point,
walls.
yeah, well, I built a tower actually. At one point, I was like, all right, this is enough wall. I'm really close to his base, so I should just make a tower, have a large line of sight, and I did see your keep because of that.
Yeah, I just cancel it immediately.
Oh, in your base, you're out of wood. You're gonna have to get outside, eh?
Yeah, so
35 villagers on wood. But your villager production is still following up, so we're both on the same level on that topic at least.
the mistake here I made is I went east. I should definitely have went to the west in between all my towers.
Yeah, it would have been a bit more secure for sure.
Wow, just watching some of your pilgrims there get gold, that's pretty crazy. You're almost at 2,000 gold per minute.
Yeah. So a point to improve on my part at this time would be, I think I noticed, and that's why I built more military buildings. I was like, I need to spend that resource. Sitting on like 10,000 of resources is never good.
You just tried to spend the gold.
Yeah, yeah, the gold, the food. I know I'm not going to be making feudal units, so I don't need as much wood. I really need the gold in the food, but right now I'm overbanked. I really need to spend it.
I think I should have been trying a little harder to get my age 4 going as well.
You definitely could have, right? Because you have such a massive archer, I decided to go with mangonels to deal some AoE damage to your archers. from there I could really see you were like almost at my line of sight, maximum reach, and I saw you were starting to build a keep over there.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit more pushed out of my base.
Your small expansion is thriving, at least. Definitely have a lot of gold miners now. And at this point, you notice that I had turret trebuchets.
Yeah, that's how I learned you could put trebuchets on castles with the Knights Templar.
Yeah. They have a nice reach, but like since the Knight Templars don't have access to any gunpowder units, I don't have access to bombards. And so
Are you able to destroy just the trebuchet on the castle?
No, it is an upgrade on the fortress, and you have to destroy the fortress to destroy the upgrade. But yeah, as I was saying, like because the Knight Templars don't have access to gunpowder, they have slightly better trebuchets. So instead of firing one fire projectile, they fire two, and it can be upgraded later at age 4 in the university to fire either university or the siege workshop. I forget. To fire 3 projectile instead. It's good against building, but it struggle against other units.
You see me putting down the age 4 Berkshire Palace. Trying to go for a defensive route here.
Has a very large reach, or like weapon reach.
Yeah. It certainly does. I think this was a misplaced spot, though. I think maybe it would have been better next to the old mining camp in between the two towers there. Been a little better of a position for it.
In the north?
No, just just to more inside of my base where it is now. Just
okay.
I think if it was pushed over near the houses in front of those houses there, I think it would have stood a little stood a good chance. Not being so exposed like it is there.
There's one thing about it though, like, because it has so much range, and because it has the passive of network of citadels, it is not a bad idea to push it outside your base. Thing is, you would have probably needed to push me out of middle to build that Berkshire a bit more outside in the map. For example, if you had been able to kill all my pilgrim just with a castle, you would have cut off a lot of gold income for me.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Now the siege begins. You have a whopping 111 military units compared to my 36 right now.
I did have quite a few military units, that's for sure. But they, they fought. We'll see here shortly. They did good work. But those trebuchets, they did a number on me.
Now upgrading trebuchet on my other fortress as well. In case that you show up. Well, yeah, actually, you are making trebuchets right now.
Yeah, I started making queued them up, but I was population capped, so I had to solve that problem.
Yeah. Right now I'm trying to cut off the map again. I'm like, I have excess of resource. I can afford it. I'm gonna make stone walls in the middle as well with those keeps. Knight Templar have a civilization ability where the town center and each fortress have an area of influence that if you build stone walls in it, each segment of the stone wall has access to arrow slit upgrade. So it's like an extra bow attack.
Really, like each part of the wall.
Yes. But it's similar to a very, like, it's just one bowman, basically. It's just a small upgrade, right? It's not going to kill an army, but it still apply pressure. We see your first trebuchet now in action.
Yeah. Did not do a good job of defending it.
Well, take two now.
Here you'll see I try to use the place palings against you. The archer's Q ability.
Oh, yeah. Did it get it in time? Oh, yeah, they did. Oh, right on time. They managed to stop me. I was not planning on fighting the Longwoman, so I tried to circle them to kill the trebuchets, but then I got stuck in there. So we see like Age 4 cavalry upgraded, has a lot of armor and gets really hard to kill with just archers and arrows. Oh yeah, at this time I sent a handful of cavalry in your wood line. It did kill a lot of peasants.
Yeah, I sacrificed a lot of peasants so I could have more room for archers. I was close to 90 with you there, and now I'm only down to 50.
Yeah, I was like, I saw the gold mine on the east. And I was like, he's probably gonna need gold soon. So that's why I sent a few cavalries, just a handful. And I was like, I'm gonna just poke, explore, see what's there. And I found I found your wood line.
Yeah, see now I moved them to the north. I pretty much moved all my villagers to wood after that because I didn't have any safe gold spots to go to.
No, but you are sitting. We are both sitting on over 1,000 resource of almost each resource.
Yeah.
At this point, having bombards instead of trebuchets would probably have been more beneficial for you. But it does cost a lot of gold.
Yeah, I'm not too. I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say I'm not too familiar with the bombards there, so maybe that probably would have been a better way to go.
Difference is they have less reach, but they don't miss. So fighting other trebuchets, for example, it should be efficient. What's your vision at this point? I see a lot of the map. I can see that your army is sitting in the middle, so I feel pretty comfortable. What was your train of thought at this point?
I thought if I could just like get enough units to defend from one of your attacks, that maybe, you know, I could just keep getting resources and maybe turn it around. I think I was pretty like, yeah, you see in the north there, I just sent all my villagers pretty much to die against your tower. And like a last ditch effort to make more soldiers. I could feel it. Something was coming. So I thought if I could just get out a ton of dudes.
Yeah, upgraded towers in stone are pretty resilient.
Yeah, your knights there, like their armor is so heavy. Just watching them take damage from my tower at the top.
Yeah. At this point, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna attack on both sides with a handful of knights, temple brothers, and I was like, he's probably farming, so I'm gonna raid his farms,
And I
which
was.
which was efficient on one side. On the middle
Yeah,
there, I decided to move.
those arrows are doing nothing to those guys. Oh, here we go. Major contact in the center. You're
Yes, first
trying to send
engagement.
my spearmen just got the elite upgrade too, which I think helps them. I think it definitely made a difference here, but
Oh yeah, for sure.
even my villagers in the middle getting into it.
Yeah, the rest of my poking cavalry went for the trebuchets and I don't know how I feel about the Genitor. Like, I don't know. They do have a good range. They seem to have a good attack per second. Um, but trying to kill anything else other than ranged unit is such a pain.
Yeah, they're doing such a number on my guys.
Yeah, I felt like I'm not gonna retreat those units. I have so many resources. I'm just gonna pump another army right now with my forward military buildings. Oof. It hurts seeing all those farms empty right now.
Yeah, yeah. And I had to take all those villagers to like I have 13 villagers left at this point, and do I think I get some queued up? Maybe, probably up north. Yeah, I get a few more going.
Oh yeah. Yeah, at this point I'm just waiting for my reinforcement to be ready and then going for the second push. You do have enough resource to rebuild the Berkshire, right?
Yeah, I think I did just enough to do it.
Oh, we see the market on your side, the one that I imagined earlier in the game.
Yeah, that was my. I thought maybe if I could still hold you off for a bit, I could get some gold going through there. Maybe that would allow me to make a comeback. But looking at your resources now, I don't think that's possible.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? So, like, when you don't know what's on the other side, you don't know how far you are from your opponent. The interesting part about the Berkshire is, like, it only costs wood to repair. So it's, like, a fortress that does not cost stone, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, that definitely helped me out, because stone was hard to come by, even though I had still a little bit right next to me.
Yeah. How long am I waiting to go back? I think I did not realize how much you were lacking gold at this point, because I'm trying to be very certain on my next push before going out.
Yeah, I can see that. Because yeah, you could have crushed those guys.
Yeah.
It was interesting to watch the scores throughout this game on the right there. It was pretty even near the start, and then kind of Castle Age, you
Popped
really
off.
pulled ahead. You just popped right off, doubled my score. Okay, we see you moving.
Yeah. I figured if I try to attack your Berkshire, you're gonna come out again. And I was basically trying to lure you out so I could sprung on two sides. We see the beginning of the second push.
Wow. Yeah, that's quite the scene.
Yeah, you did have. Maybe it's the White Tower who has an upgrade about a cannon right now. Cannon, yeah. You're doing some AoE damage in my unit, which I did not notice until I was on it. I was like,
Oh wow, look at that! Wow.
yeah. But yeah, I'm using Condottieri, which they are a quick two-handed weapon unit. They have a bit less armor than men at arms, but they receive less damage from gunpowder units, which is typically the end game ranged unit because they do a large amount of damage, which bypass armor. So having a
Yeah,
flat percentage reduction is much better than just armor.
I think we see you just finishing this game up.
Yeah, at this point, there's no coming back.
No.
And I chose to go for all the landmarks. Which is the end of the first game.
Wow. What a good first match. Tried to hold you off as long as I could, but you got that map control too quick, and I did not focus on my expansion or defenses properly enough. So, good first game.
Yes.
Alrighty, welcome to game 2 of Brother versus Shotghost. This is the Golden Lion Company Invitational Friendly Tournament, and I'll be your host, Shotghost, and our other host, Brother. We are actually commenting our own game, part 2 of our series in this tournament. Fred, do you want to explain any rules?
Well, the rules are the same as for the rest of the tournament, but in this game we are playing Danube River. It's the second game out of 3. It could definitely be the last, or then we're gonna have a third match if you win this one.
And I was really hoping to have that third match, but this was my first time playing Mongols, and we're going to see how I fare with this new empire that I've never used before. I was really confused about the movement of my initial town center.
Oh yeah, yeah. So this, although it's like a tournament, of course, we're a lot of new players, and or those who play ranked are still learning. So of course there's gonna be some hiccups left or right, but it makes up for some interesting plays.
I'm realizing that if I took, because I thought my first guy was just a scout, but after some time I realized he was more than that. And I
But
probably could have used him early on to maybe harass your villagers a little bit.
talking about a can,
Yeah.
it's not really efficient to harass on Dark Age with the Khan because it has very minimal damage. It does like 2 damage. So technically it would take you about like 24 hours just to kill one dude, like one villager. But it can apply some pressure if you're done exploring, done gathering sheeps, and yeah, it can be troublesome. On my side, my strategy this game was um, I was thinking about going balanced economy, but my goal was to not harass at all on age 2 and go for fast castle. Because for Byzantine, a lot of their potential starts by age 3, where they unlock their special units. Um, a lot of their potential is starting at age 3. Otherwise, you only have light cav, basic archer, and basic spearman. There's nothing special for them at age 2. Compared to Mongols for you, where you have access to heavy cavalry at age 2, which can be very troublesome in gold lines or tree lines. It can be very good at harassing opponents.
We see you already building the H2. I tried to definitely come out a little faster this time. You can see me just getting mine going now.
Yeah. Could you describe a bit about the Deerstone?
The Deerstone, well, as it was my first time, I believe I picked this one because it act as an it was I wanted to get an early harassment going on you, so I was going for everything that would provide me with those early horse archers. And that's why I went with the Deerstones. As it says, the Deerstones grant access to the Khan's hunter at the archery range.
Okay.
So that's what I was kind of going for.
Sounds good. On me, with the Byzantine, there's 2 choices. Like the one, this one, which is the Grand Winery. It's a economic and religious landmark. It gain access to normal mills upgrade and improve the oil collection from berries and farms around it. It can also store relics, but instead of generating gold, it generate oils. And the oil for the Byzantine is used to recruit mercenaries, where you can see it as free units, but you need oil for them, and to gain oil, you need to farm or gather berries. It's very powerful late game because you don't have to spend gold for siege engine and elephants, depending on which route you take.
Or we were seeing like this is where I learned my guy could shoot arrows, and then I sent him too far in, and he
Yeah,
died.
I saw you trying to attack my scout, and I was like, I'm gonna go back to my town center. He's right there, and I'll see if you left it there without control or if you were seeing this. And turns out like you were not looking, or I don't know.
I thought he was tougher than that. I thought he had a little bit more grit. So I was
Yeah.
wrong, and now he's dead.
I'm being late with my cisterns, but I only have one stone gatherer right now. I'm really focusing on food and gold right now to age up. Making outposts just to have some vision in case you start raiding me. And that's pretty much it. I'm trying to be conscient about my environment.
Yeah, and speaking of raiding, now I'm building my stable, and that was my goal. But I definitely feel like there's a way to get that out faster.
Yeah, definitely if you plan specifically for it, like you can prepare your economy to better sustain your strategy.
So can you explain a little bit what the aqueduct does? Like it just provides bonuses to different areas.
Yes, the cistern has, I'm gonna say, multiple use. So when you build one, there's a square area of influence, and that is to basically affect buildings around it. You can, and then you can either choose to boost military unit production. So if you have one cistern, it's gonna build boost by 20%, and if you have five, like it's up to 100% production speed increase for all the buildings in that square. And if you cannot overlap each cistern for that square area, but when you have five of them, it covers a lot of ground. So it's basically your entire base. You can choose to also, like, each cistern is independently giving that buff. So one cistern can give military production, the other one can give research rate production, and or uh, another one which is building damage taken decreased by the level of water. Each cistern
Okay.
costs 125 stone, and you're limited to five in in a chain, like a daisy chain, and that's the maximum amount of buff, but it does not limit you to only five cistern in the game. There's also a landmark for age 3 that is a bigger version of the cistern, which does the same thing, but has a bigger area of influence and has access to a triggering ability that heals unit. I'm going to explain it later. But the last ability of the cistern, the aqueduct, is Akritoi defense, and so it arms villagers around it when you press the ability with spears and gives them armor for 30 seconds. This can be like it's basically turned them to as spearmen, so they can fight off early aggression by using this.
Well, that's
And
really cool.
the last, so yeah, like I said, it does a lot of things, but the last ability of it is a passive where it's a circle area of influence, and it give a buff to villagers to increase the rate of gathering speed. So the more cistern you have, the more resource your villagers are gonna be producing in each areas. But it does require a lot of base building planning. So that's part of why the civilization is a 3-star difficulty to master. And right now, I see your cavalry coming in. I was starting to build a wood wall, and as soon as I saw your cavalry, as my wall was getting built, I was like, "Oh, what are the odds?" You know, that you show up right there and now.
Yeah.
That was pretty good on your part. But I knew I did not have any military units at this time, so I was very not prepared to defend my villagers in the berries. So I just pulled them out. Built a second layer of wall just to slow you down in case you decided to go there.
Yeah, you're really smart with your wall placement. That really makes a really big difference, and something I'm going to try to implement into my next time I play.
Yeah, they're not too much expensive. They just take time to build, really. Those Keshiks that you have, those are the heavy cavalry that you can have at H2, and that is a very particularity of your civilization, such as the French, the Order of the Dragon as well, I think. I know the Rus has them. They have access to basically knights, but at H2. They're a bit less strong, but they have armor, and that is what makes them very efficient at H2, because you can raid the enemy base. They technically only have arrows, so that's why it's good. And Keshiks heal themselves whenever they attack someone, so it's a very good unit to harass early game. We both aged up to age 3 around the same time. What was your plan with the Kurultai? Kurultai?
The healing was mainly if I was going to be attacking you early on. I wanted to have be able to heal, and it just felt like the right thing for being an aggressive playstyle.
That makes sense.
And I was just trying to find a hole in your defenses here, just to but harass. But I'm definitely too late for that. I should have tried to get that a little earlier on. Oh, and I can see that you have your Cistern of the First Hill now.
Yes, the H3 landmark. I went for it because it has activable ability, which is Pilgrim Flask. This heals 25 health per second for 6 seconds. And it's basically 150 HP healing. But I don't need to be close to it. Every military units that I have access to this. That I have, but they all share the same amount of flask that I have in my Cistern of the Hill. So, for example, if I only have 10 flask and I use it on one of my unit, it spends it for all my army. But they do not share cooldown. The cooldown is unit based only.
Oh, sorry, I was just focused on that little engagement. You went from having like 0 soldiers to 11 pretty darn quick.
I decided to build multiple building at the same time. I saw you had cavalry, so I went with camel mercenary, which reduce your cavalry attack by 20% when they are around it.
Yeah, they messed my guys up.
And my cataphract is an H3 heavy cavalry. They are the tankiest cavalry out there. They are very strong, but they do cost a lot more gold. Like 180 food, 150 gold, compared to Keshiks, which is like 120 food and 80 gold. You can almost pay like 2 Keshiks for 1 cataphract.
And I was trying to do that. My resources, yeah, like with the Mongols, I was just trying to find like good strategies in collecting resources, and I didn't fully until about mid game, maybe this point, understand the importance of the Gur. So I was trying to move. I started moving them around. You can see my wood cutting spot.
Yeah. And to be honest, I thought of playing Japanese for my second game, but you were what's this? We knew that the other matchups already had 2 Japanese player, so I was like, I kind of want to pick something else, not because of you, but because I don't want Japanese in every game
Yeah,
we play.
yeah, they must be a good faction. They're making me want to get them.
They are pretty strong, but it was just, I don't know, for me it has been quite a while since I've seen someone play Japanese, so that's why I thought of playing them. But suddenly, like, everybody seems to be playing it for this, like, in-house tournament.
But in my mind right now, I'm thinking about trying to make my expansion, like try to expand a little more, because I felt like after the last game, that was something I did not do, but I didn't fully understand all the buildings, so that did not help me know how to expand. But
Oh,
you can see me moving the Gur over to the gold sites there and the
yeah,
food. That felt like a good spot to put one of those down, but
definitely. Definitely a lot of resource in a very small area.
I believe I allocate most of my villagers to that spot, but I don't build adequate defenses to defend them.
Well, with Mongols, you don't have access to walls. You don't need to build houses. Like you start with 200 population cap, so there's not much defense to make with them. You just basically attack your opponent a lot. See some my
But we can see, yeah.
first aggression.
Oh, my poor villagers. Oh, so many dead.
With this cavalry, I did not know that you were mining gold over there. I just wanted to not walk under your town center. So I never saw those like 15 villager or so. How many are there? 19. I didn't see those villagers.
Yeah, I didn't think he did, so I just tried to sneak him away and see what I could do.
On my side, I'm trying to start making some infantry because next time I want to charge your base, um I wanted to. I know that you're gonna make a lot of horsemen, obviously, because you're Mongol. So I want to have some units to chase you down, while having some others who can just keep attacking the town, the base. We see your
I'm trying to get
first.
some horse archers going here, just to obviously defend.
Yeah. We see your first batch of Mongolai over there, and that actually surprised me. I was like, oh, Mongolai like it's gonna take a long time to hack through my cataphracts, so I did not mind chasing down under the town center for a while. Your 20 or so villagers are hard at work.
Yeah. Collected some wood. Yeah, this was definitely a turning point, I think.
What was?
This aggression that you did on me this time stopped a lot of my production.
Ah, yeah.
But I switched my villagers that were over here woodcutting. I switched them to the gold mine beside my base, and I switched the ones that were at the other gold mine to wood.
Yeah, it was a good choice because I went back for that tree line and I was like, oh, he's not there anymore, so I guess he's doing something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see how much the cataphracts are tanking those arrows.
Why do your guys keep doing that? Why do they keep going gulp? Is that a Mongol thing?
No, it's the Cistern of the Hill, the Pilgrim Flask that heals over 6 seconds.
So they think, oh, they're like drinking it. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Flask. Oh, there it is, yeah.
It's very useful on heavy armored units with a large amount of HP. If you put it, there's a possibility of making it automatic use for any units that is under 25% HP. But the reason why I don't do it personally is because sometimes my spearmans or my archers might get damaged and they're gonna take a flask. But I don't really care if a feudal, like a spearman or an archer, dies. It doesn't have as much value as like a cataphract. So I really don't want to be spending my flask on spearmans.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I have to micro it, but I prefer that. We see your
Yeah, we can.
Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, here we go. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, yeah, my guys are coming in. But you have such a massive army compared to my 16 dudes. I was hoping to get lucky and maybe find some villagers or something, but you had it so you had me so cornered.
I built that wall and it was like, I don't know, it's just in case you decide to go raiding. And
And I
it,
did.
yeah, you did. It was there only to buy time so that my cavalry could arrive on time to stop you from doing this. Because otherwise, on the other side, you had access to all my gold. Yeah, I think I chased you for quite a while now. Doing some split again, trying to save your cavalry. But at the same
Yeah.
time, I think I would have gotten bored quite early of chasing those mango dice. But then I'm like, alright, you're fast. I need something that has range so I can damage you while you run away.
Yeah, look at that. Oh my god, you're producing so many crossbowmen.
Yeah, were you trying to go for that bridge or did you hesitate to go back to the wall?
Well, I saw you go that way, so I thought maybe if I went and saw what was going on there, I could interrupt something.
You did interrupt something. But yeah, that's when we see the first crossbowman at work.
Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Get him out of there! What am I doing?
Yeah, my military is very confined in that bridge. But I'm confident my infantry can now deal against that cavalry, ranged cavalry.
Yeah, those crossbows.
You managed to reset your economy with one gur, but those woodcutters
No.
are running a long distance.
Oh yeah, yeah they are. And that's what we only hire hard workers who are willing to run long distance.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, you're starting to move your doing something in the middle there.
Yeah, regrouping. I know that I want my cavalry to take the first blunt of your military, but I also know that it's my infantry who's gonna chase down your Mangodai. I have a few men at arms, which are Varangian guards, one of the special units of the Byzantine, in the middle, so that since they are heavily armored, your Mangodai won't be doing much.
Yeah, look off. Do you have your crossbowmen and your infantrymen grouped to the same number?
Yes. Sometimes I switch it, but for this game I had them on the same group, and my cavalry were on the other group. You're still running faster than all my infantry, but getting a few kills left and right.
They like they ran faster, but they did no damage.
Yeah. Uh, their ability is really just about raiding, right? Since they move and shoot, it's very unique. But the damage output they have is limited because of that.
Oh yeah, I tried seeing if I could hide my one landmark in the corner. But you found it immediately.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if I found if I thought of it or if I was like, I don't see his villagers. Is probably like gathering somewhere else, and I thought behind the tree line, but no, I guess I never found your villagers. And that's pretty. That's gonna be.
That's
That's gonna be it soon, eh?
yeah, that's gonna be it. That's game 2, Fred. You swept me, you bastard. You swept me. I thought I was gonna come out here and at least give you somewhat of a fight, but you destroyed me. Who will you be facing next?
Next should be Bigblob in somewhere around this week, and that's gonna be the semi-final, where we still have a few match on the quarterfinal before the end.
Okay. Well, it was an honor playing you, brother.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I need to. Both of us need practice. I have stuff I need to improve as well. Good game, and see you soon.
Good game, Fred.
We're gonna be watching Bigblob versus Hexae, their first game. Bigblob as Japanese, Hexae as Ross. On caster mode. Here we are. So, not sure what were their strategies for both of them. Are you starting the replay?
Yeah, my replay just got in.
Okay, you are at how much time?
20 seconds.
All right, perfect.
And I'm looking at Bigblob playing
Yeah.
the Japanese.
Went all in food. 7 villagers.
Yeah. He built a. I usually just start collecting the sheep, but he's going for the
berries.
The berries. Yeah, why is he doing that?
I believe so. It's because the house is a drop off for it. I guess it also gives him the access to building the forge next to the gold mine right there. But I don't know. I also go for sheeps as well for a faster gather rate. His opponent also went to berries and farm early on.
Yeah, so that's what I was about to say there. But he's split up a little more with the wood.
Yeah. There's also the fact that these players are pretty much like a bronze. They don't play ranked.
Okay. Like myself. So I feel well represented in this match.
I don't know. Maybe. Have you played ranked before?
No, it's actually and I'm not even ranked.
Oh.
But I feel like I'd be a bronze.
Maybe you could be silver. I'm pretty sure you could be silver. But yeah, it's almost like watching the bronze league. So like it can be interesting. There can be some interesting plays.
I'm wondering if Hexae's going to lose his scout like you always kill mine when we played our matches.
I don't know, like considering the fact that his villagers are in the berries instead of the sheeps, I don't think he's going to be able to do that.
Hexae's got some idle villagers. That's not going to help him long term.
Yeah. Well, they both keep the production of villagers, so that's pretty good.
Yes. Oh, the caster mode's sweet. So they're literally on par. Bigblob just has one more.
Yeah. It's the first time you see the caster mode, eh?
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen the caster mode.
Hexae seems to be spreading his economy early on. That will probably slow him down for age up.
Yeah, he hasn't even gone for any gold yet, so it's gonna definitely be some issues. Can I see? Oh, yeah, right there.
Sending one.
Yeah, and we got Bigblob already building that age too. It's exciting. Here a storehouse.
Yeah, this age up building is pretty good. The only downside of where he placed it is it won't be able to benefit from all its things. It's a universal drop-off location that creates farm around it, meaning right now, because it's right close to the town center, he's going to be missing out at least 2 farms.
Because you want to have the farms surrounding it.
Yeah, exactly. And
okay.
One of the strategies using this Caress Storehouse is to put it on the wood line. So the lumberjacks can cut down trees and immediately drop it off in the storehouse. And as the game goes, when the trees are cut down, it liberates space for farms. So like it's gonna create farm afterwards. And when there's this landmark cannot create any farms, every 50 seconds it generates woods instead. So it's one thing to block the generation of farms with trees so that it generates trees, and later on just builds more farm. We see the scout of X who got inside the range of tons of Bigblob.
Yep. Yellow axe in there.
First age up at 442. Hexae is a little bit late to age up. Have you played either of those civilizations before? I know you.
I was just about to say, I'm checking out Russia. Russia. I feel like I've tried Russia. Japanese, I'd love to try the Japanese faction. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Especially just explaining that storehouse stuff. He's got so many sheeps there. He is going to be booming soon if he can.
Yeah, he's gonna be out of berries soon. 13 sheeps to go through. Following this, he might need to expand outside, who get some deers, or go full farms. Bigblob is gonna be missing out a few seconds on his villager because of population block.
Okay, yeah.
Hex building first military building, a barrack to produce spearmen.
Maybe we see
early
a
aggression.
mid-game rush.
I don't know. I don't really call this a rush anymore. Like under 8 minutes, maybe a rush, but if it's above that, it's no longer a rush to me. For example, like French players, they can be in your base at like 5 minutes with a single knight, which is usually Castle Age cavalry, but like they have access to this. Actually, the Rus also has access to feudal knights. But it does not seem that Hex is going to be doing this. Oh boy. He just queued like 10 villagers. He's going to be missing out on food to age out.
I didn't know you could see the queue of the buildings. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to be held back here a little bit, and I think Bigblob's going to start really pulling away.
Transitioning from berries to sheeps right now. His economy is pretty solid. Got 1,000 food, 700 gold. I don't know, maybe he's going to age up. Like, fast castle age?
Yeah, we can see that.
Bigblob to tell me that Hexae had some keyboard issues during this game. Don't know how it affected him, but actually said he had more experience with H2. Did not play H4 as much, so that was pretty much his first game in a long time.
It's a big, and a lot of similarities, but it is a big difference. I felt the same.
Yeah.
I play a lot more H2 than H4.
Yeah, H4 is so much faster, like the gameplay wise.
Yeah.
Bigblob trying to protect his gold mine with a watchtower, an outpost. He could be aging up right now. Got a resource for it.
Do you think he's going to hold out and maybe upgrade some things, or do you think he's going to go right for the age up?
I don't know. I mean, at this point, I would just age up because he has not seen any aggression from Hexae at all. Oh, yeah, that's what we see. Floating gate. Where is it? There. Next to town center. So this one has the ability. This floating gate has ability to produce Shinto priests, which they spawn with like kind of relic, and it's not the same as the one you find in the map. You drop this off in a building to give you a passive bonus of production at that specific building. For example, if you put it into the town center, increase your production speed. But if you put it into the forge, it's gonna give you access to technologies, speed the production. So, and the first one you get, it's a choice because you only get a new priest every 2 minutes, and you have a limit of those.
Okay.
Depending on your strategy, it can affect which building you want to drop that relic. And after that, like you just go chasing the map to get the generate relic to produce gold. Hexae has a few 6 military units.
Yep, I was
Bigblob,
just looking at that.
yeah. Bigblob went full economic, no aggression.
Yeah, it's so 10 minutes in, and we're only just starting to see the first spearmen get built. These guys are definitely playing like I play. I'm loving to see
Yeah.
it.
Hexae expanded towards the deer area.
Yeah, what does the hunting cabin building do? Is that just like a farmhouse, or is that something a little special for the Russians?
Special for the rations, so like it's a food drop-off, but also it generates gold based on number of trees nearby. Like it has a small area of influence, so for each tree, like it's gonna give you income of gold. So you could
So he's getting no income from it right now.
exactly. So now it's just a food drop-off. If he would have dropped it next to a tree wood line, then it would have given him an income, passive income of gold as well. No, see, Mounted Samurai rallied to the east of Hexae's base.
That's a cool fucking event. Wow, mounted samurai. Jesus.
Hexae is aging up as well now to age 2 with the Kremlin. This is a wooden fortress, so it has ability to attack, and every 80 seconds it can levy militia to the capital town center. It also lumber camps and town centers within the influence of that wooden fortress returns 20% more wood.
Really cool ability.
But I fear that his area will be not levered.
Yeah, those mounted samurai, where they're lining up, have a very nice window to get in and take down some villagers.
Yeah. We see XU tried to protect the sacred site, but he missed by very little. Oh, he might get the reinforcement. Yes.
Maybe he saw that.
We are probably going to witness the first aggression in the economic line. The particularity, yeah, particularity with the samurais, even the mounted ones, is that they have a shield, a passive shield, that recharge while out of combat every 8 seconds. So that means if you... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say that's that little bar above, that
yes,
secondary
exactly.
bar.
Bigblob distracted Hexae Spikeman while going in his gold down. Yeah.
Wow. What a play by Bigblob.
He's just gonna fucking sweep the villagers in the back of the base. That is 9 civ down.
He's kind of setting that up again, getting another attack on the east side.
Yeah. You're right. At this point, though, yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, like, his mounted samurai is just could just clean up the spearmen. They're still age 1, so, like, they can't really do much against age 3 cavalry.
Yeah, this is pretty, it's a big hit to Hexae.
Yeah, Bigblob is now producing Yumiya Shigeru for countering the spearmen, but really at this point, I'm pretty sure Bigblob is gonna circle around the base and just kill villagers, and we might see this being the end. I heard the relic. So if you look in Bigblob space, right next to the floating gate, there's the stable, and you see a golden parchment above it.
Okay, that was the ability from the
The
floating
relic.
gate.
Yes. So the relic increased production speed by 125%, which is not negligible.
Yeah, no, seriously. That's why he's getting so many of these horses.
Yeah. Hexae is not giving up. Oh my god. Sorry about that.
You know, this is pretty good. This is making me want to buy the Japanese expansion for Age of Empires.
Yeah?
Oh, and here comes a cat.
Hexae calling out the bell, but doesn't
Yeah,
have
he's
the
got to get
reach.
that. He's got to get that Kremlin done. He should be putting all his villagers on that, I think.
Yeah, the Kremlin down would help him out with militia, but didn't get to do it.
Oh, he's going for it. He's
Oh.
going for the Kremlin finish.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because you said it shoots at people, so you know I feel like that.
Yeah, it's a fortress. It would protect his wood line a bit and his stone. Oh, putting down some barracks. There. Militia is now being produced slowly. But in Bigblob's base, we can see he starting production of Siege Workshop.
He's going for it. Is it too late, though, is the question.
Oh. On the main forces, Bigblob arriving. I don't know if it's a good idea to focus the... Oh, now he's getting villagers. That's pretty good. He knows that the rest of the base is not defended, though. Like, going straight for the main defense of Hexae might not be the best choice.
He's starting to get quite a few spearmen out there.
Yeah, well, at the same time, like, it's pretty much the only thing he's able to produce. I guess he does have some meta times he could, but Bigblob has so many knights.
Those
Yeah,
Yumi Ashigaru just did quite the number on him.
yeah, they do have passive ability against light infantry, so like, yeah, it was not the best matchup engagement. I mean, still producing spearmen, but we can see his economy is pretty much at 0 per minute. It's not giving up, but it's not coming back from this.
Oh, I think you're right, Fred. This quite cool to see, like I said, seeing all the these different factions. We probably could have seen Hexae place his hunting cabin in a maybe slightly better spot. Maybe, those early defenses. I learned that from you the hard way. Getting them up,
Yeah.
super important.
Oh, another attack from the cavalry, maybe from Bigblob.
Yeah, let's see if he's probably going to go for the town center, I imagine. But
I don't know. I would be expecting some siege weapon by now, but Seems to be going out for relics with his priest.
He's taking his time.
Yeah, he's sharking him.
Yeah.
Archers against buildings is not the best choice. It's gonna take forever to destroy that barrack.
We got a trebuchet on the way.
Oh, do we? Ah, nice. Oh, Bigblob is now taking the first sacred site. This does generate a passive income of gold. If he wanted to take all 3 of them, he could trigger a timer to win the game. Oh, now we do have 3 trebuchets.
Yeah, the sacred sites. I don't think they're the greatest way to win. Like it just. I mean, yeah, it's a way, but I find it as an Age of Empires 2 player just very different.
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes, I'll say this. The sacred site's victory condition is a way to prevent people from just turtling in their base the entire game. It forces them out if they do that.
But I love to turtle though. That's why I don't like it.
It's basically very similar to a wonder when you think about it. Like it served the same purpose, right? Like you force the opponent to take initiative against it.
That's true. That is true. And I think maybe I just don't like sacred sites because I always lose because of them. Maybe one day I'll have a better relationship with sacred sites. Oh, here comes the spearman. Last-ditched effort.
Yeah. Went straight for the trebuchets, but I think he won't be having enough. No, they get cleared out by the Yumis. That's probably gonna be a GG soon. Oh, sorry, slide. Hexae is still making like military buildings, but really, you can't do much against those trebuchets.
Yeah, they're just gonna pack on up and take down that final landmark for the victory. At some point.
Yeah, going for a second secret site. Come on, Bigblob, you can do it. Move those traps. Oh, I didn't even catch it. Well, like, he moved to H4.
Oh yeah, yeah. We were.
He has access to Ribaldicane, Bombard, Azutsu. Whoa, moving the trebuchets. Hexae is now building some walls in the last effort, but really, those traps are just gonna shoot above it.
Yeah, with that many too, it's not gonna take. It's not gonna take too long.
No. Bigblob is going for the 3rd secret site at the same time, but really, he doesn't need it.
Economy, 500 gold per minute. 500 food almost per minute.
Yeah.
Hexae makes a comeback here though. Well, I tried to, but fought to the end.
Yeah, he's not giving up, but that's pretty much it. Bigblob wins the first game. Bigblob versus Hexae. Bigblob playing Zuci's Legacy, and Hexae playing the English.
All right, now we're using caster mode. New to this, but it really cool seeing both teams.
I will bring your attention to Bigblob's opening, where he's going with 5 villager in wood.
Why do you do that?
He just gathered 50 wood while he was making his first villager, and as soon as they finish constructing the mill, those resources are being dropped, which brings him now to like 210 wood. It should give him enough wood exactly to build a village as opening.
That's cool. I've never seen that before. Oh, we're seeing the Hexae's scout getting a little too close.
He's trying to scout the entire base, but like he's gonna lose his scout in him doing so. At 1 minute and 14 seconds. Not a good start. And yeah, so like, I think you never played against Sushis, right?
No, I've only ever seen the Steam page for it. I've never actually played against them.
So, same as Chinese, they do have a special unit, which is the Imperial Officer, and they gather taxes from resource being dropped at gathering building, like the mill here. And you can see, if you click on it, like at the bottom, there's tax being collected over time, and those can be collected by the official, who will bring it back to the town center for extra gold.
I love that. That's a really cool feature. So he's about to get 40 gold whenever that guy brings it back to the town center.
Yes.
39.
The only the difference is right now he's supervising it so that the villagers produce more food. So they carry 10, but they're dropping like 13, I think. Which
we saw some shots fired up at Hexae's base to Bigblob Scout, but
Bigblob Scout seems to be circling the base from a wider area. What did he see? He did not scout the entire base, but now he knows his enemy's position. Yeah, so the official, whenever the villager drops 10 food, they actually produce 12 instead. Pretty good bonus.
And tax dollars.
Yes, that's right. Bigblob's opening age 2 with meditation gardens. So this landmark, what's interesting is whenever he builds it, there's a circle around it where it will select all static resources around it, and once it's built, it's going to start producing resources from those static resources for the rest of the game.
Even like every set
minute.
time.
Yes, every minute. If you had like some berries around, it would also produce food as well.
Yeah, just everything in the circle.
Yes.
Those are pretty cool. Empire.
Age up at 408. Bigblob is advanced with the villagers as well. Hexae seems to have forgotten or missed a few village creation.
See that? Oh yeah. Pulling ahead in the villagers, and that might hurt him later on. Do we see another scout from Hexae yet? Or not seeing a scout.
What about the scout, sorry?
I'm just waiting to see if Hexae's gonna go out and scout again since he lost his first opening scout.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it. Right now he doesn't have stables. We like it would have to produce in the town center, but is aging out right now.
Bigblob's got 19 sheep just chilling there.
Yeah, we see the English aging up with the Abbey of Kings. Usually, most English player goes with the archery type of landmarks, which gives them access to archer very quickly.
Like myself, that's what I do when I play the English.
Yeah. It does have a good ability of like healing units around the abbey. Like 6 health per second is non-negligible. Also produce a knight, like the king, which also heal units around him. We see a
what
first...
type of units do you think he's going to go with, both Hexae and Bigblob?
Well, we see Bigblob opened with an archer range right now. So it's probably going to make some Shogunu. Hexae is going a bit defensive with an outpost around this gold mine, but it would need to be a little bit to the left. Closer to the gold mine instead of the wood line. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
here we go for Sushi's. We do have a couple Sugunu being created.
Wow, those things get made fast.
6 seconds per unit.
Yeah, I looked away and now he's got 3.
Oh yeah, and he did queue like 5 of them. Just gonna see some aggression early on. The king is made. Well, we see now our 2 archer range being built by Hexae. So it's gonna be archer versus archer. Longbowmen have the bonus of having more reach attack range, so that should be good for him. But there's a lot of Shogunus being produced right now.
1-to-1, which would you prefer? The
depends if you
Shogunus or the Longbowmen?
Yeah, depends if you micro, right? Definitely in a defensive situation, the Longbowmen should be winning by just kiting them.
Oh, we see one go down.
Yes. First blood to Hexae.
Oh, those things shoot so fast.
Oh yeah. Everything that has no armor definitely shreds through it. But they have the particularity of like shooting 3 bursts per attack. So for example right now it's 4 times 3 for a total of 12 damage per attack. But this, like each burst would be reduced by the amount of armor a target would have. So like for example right now the king has 2. So like every time that Shogunu would attack him, he would hit for a total of 6 instead of like 12. Which is very significant. Villagers trying to mine gold, but like the gold mine is on the other side, so the tower is not protecting them. First Longbowman.
Yeah, he's coming into battle, and we got a lot more Shogunus coming up.
Oh yeah. They have a waypoint in their enemy base. And the waypoint is just enough so that they don't get shot by the outpost. Bigblob is trying to reduce Hexae's population cap by destroying houses.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Right now, there's a lot of Suganus, but when they had only 6, I think I would have gotten with the king. At least pick 1 or 2 and then fall back to heal with the Abbey of Kings and then do it again. But now with 10 of those, I don't think the king can do anything.
Yeah, it's a little too much damage per second from those machine crossbows.
Second tower built by Hexae on the gold mine should be a better use, this one, compared to the first. We see Hexae being population capped in a few seconds, but he's still building them on the other side of his base, while still producing longbowmen.
He's using his longbowmen pretty efficiently without losing any right now.
Yeah, the only downside is like he doesn't have that many, and it takes a lot of arrows to kill a Ziguni right now. Like 12 arrows, I think. Something like that. Bigblob seems to be retreating. Pretty sure Hexae could have taken down like at least a patch of 5 before.
With his king.
Yeah. Bigblob is now making 3 stables and building a second H2 landmark, the Jiangyan Tower. Acts as a tax drop-off for officials. And it gives him the ability of receiving a free unit at the tower whenever a barrack, an archer range, or a stable is built.
Very well said. But they're making 2 H2 buildings. I think I remember seeing that's their unique ability, right? They can make both of their buildings for each age.
Yes, it gives them the ability to change dynasty. You don't necessarily see it. It just popped in the middle of the screen like Song Dynasty begins. So it's not an age up, but like it's a passive bonus that they have. It's to the player's choice if they decide to change a dynasty or not, right? But they give different abilities throughout the game that can be focused in for different strategies. But thing is, once it's built, you can't go back.
The previous dynasties.
Yeah. Bigblob now making his landmark to H3 as well. So he's making 2 landmark in a row pretty quickly. Mount Thu Academy is a Imperial Officer official type of landmark where it buffs them and gives them unique abilities. Research, I mean.
I mean, it makes sense to have a lot of this Empire circle around these Imperial officials, eh? That gives different bonuses when you're aging up.
Yeah.
They seem to do quite a bit.
It's not my main. Like, I never really played them, Zushis or the Chinese, but what I mean is, like, I don't know how many would be a good amount, but you do have a maximum amount. So, like, on the top right now, it says, like, 3 out of 4.
Yeah.
Bigblob is now making Lancer, which should be good against longbowmen from Hexae.
Hopefully we see some more cavalry coming from Hexae to get rid of those.
Yeah, those are good. Some cavalry or like even men at arms to at least maybe soak some damage, but it doesn't have any barrack as either, so seems to be Oh, a lot of villagers being queued in Hexae's base right now. I think he realized he missed a couple.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
Doing some upgrade in the blacksmith. Pretty good, but I think he doesn't have enough villager to sustain making army, villager, and taking. Bigblob's economy seems to be thriving. He also has access to stone right now.
Oh, there goes Bigblob Scout.
Oh. Bigblob lost some vision. I wonder. Yeah, he lost a lot of vision from that. You see, in Hexae's base is now making the stable. So, like you predicted, he's going to be able to make some knights. He does have the resource, but if he wants to sustain them, that's going to be something different.
He's probably trying to get to that age 3 right now, I imagine.
He does have the resources for it. The worst thing is when you try to age up and you use those resources, but as soon as you do, the opponent shows up. Oh yeah, there we see the white tower. Middle of his base. It's covering the farms, but
That should give him good coverage, though, of the key parts of his base.
Yeah, for sure. Depending if Bigblob keeps making those ranged units or not. Does have like 10 knights, lancers, sorry.
Oh, 28.
28
archers.
Yeah.
28 archers.
We do see the first nest of bees coming out. 2 more queued. He does have a much bigger presence on military than Hexae does. So the particularity with the nest of bees is like it does a lot of AoE damage. It's very strong against unarmored and packed enemies, but it is not good against building. And with the white tower, if he tries to take it down with nest of bees, it's going to take for a long time. Oh well, I say that and then trebuchet comes out.
Yeah, there it is. And the nest of bees probably couldn't even get close to the white tower without it being able to shoot at them.
It's actually a good question. 7.5 range, and we'll see when the white tower is built. Hexae haven't made any military units in a while now. Is very outnumbered. See a lot of houses being built, but there it is. The white tower is built, and 8 range. So actually, you're right. The nest of bees could not reach it without being fired at. Oh, the movement from Bigblob's army.
6 villagers queued up at Hexae's town center there, and it looks like he's trying to close that gap in the economy.
Yeah. He had a much bigger cap. That means that Bigblob's decided to focus a lot on his army and forgot to build villagers. He has a decent army. Oh. Hexae's trying to kill the scout again.
Yeah, that 9 longbowmen, and you're gonna have a tough time against this army from Bigblob coming up.
Definitely. And he just realized he's pulling back. Bigblob has a lot of resource in the bank. It's gonna have to use those. Hexae's trying to prepare, but sadly the trebuchet is gonna destroy those outposts pretty quickly.
Yeah, there it goes.
We see veteran longbowman being completed. It's pretty good timing. But if he fights a nest of bees, it's still not gonna be enough. Oh boy.
Yeah, those nest of bees just threading those longbowmen.
Oh, definitely.
Unable to take one down.
No. Did 2/3 of damage, but not enough.
I think it was a smart move reserving his king like that, though. If he lost him, he would have been a slight bit of trouble.
Yeah. The king in the abbey gets to heal their units, but he doesn't have enough army. He had a lot of resources, and now it's all gone. Not sure where it went, actually.
He spent it on, he's queued up a tremendous amount of horsemen and a few knights.
Okay. Bigblob just hacking down slowly. Actually, Hexae has reached approximately the same amount of villagers as Bigblob, so let's go. We see a charge from the cavalry.
Yeah, one nest of bees down.
Yes. The second one will maybe... Oh, one more hit and it was down. Not this time. Bigblob just has too many units compared.
We are seeing a few men-at-arms in there now.
Oh yeah, you're right. Vanguard. They're still H2 though. Oh, they were built by the White Tower. Actually trying to build walls, but at this time, a little bit bad timing. Another
Okay,
cavalry
another
charge.
attack.
It's one more down. But honestly, like, Bigblob has so many resources, he could just keep cycling units. He does have on the east, I see, like, purple right there. Does have a couple of grenadiers. The fight.
Yeah.
Probably the main fight.
That was a lot of losses.
Yeah.
There, here we lose the king.
Bigblob only lost one Lancer in all that.
The range on the White Tower is pretty nice for what's happening right now.
Yeah. Oh, Bigblob building a keep right in the face of a Hexae's base. He puts the nest of bee at work, but it's not going to be doing much. With the amount of units he has, he could just walk in. I know the White Tower, like, yeah, was pretty good defense, but yeah.
We have we have some more action on the east side of the island from Bigblob. We got some early grenadiers forming up.
Yeah. Let's see what kind of push he's gonna do. Oh, they're moving. Abbey of King is down. There it is, the Grenadiers. Gotta watch for the range of the town center, though.
Oh yeah, they just spread those buildings, eh? Oh wow.
Yeah,
It's a cool unit.
Very good work of buildings. For 9 unit, it's still very decent against villagers. Hexae's gonna have to do something about that. Like, being encircled like that is not good.
Yeah, horses should be able to take those guys out pretty easily, I imagine. They're all by themselves.
Well, gotta be careful, man. Like, those Grenadiers, they do AoE damage, but we'll see.
Oh.
Oh boy. Oh
All
boy.
right. Well then.
Well, that hurt. That must be disheartening for Hexae, seeing all his cavalry being taken down like that. Oh. Bigblob is trying to lure Hexae's unit outside his base.
Yeah, he's playing it real safe.
Yeah, he doesn't want to come in at all. Trebuchet is now working on the white tower. Oh boy. Oh, Bigblob is just now deciding to age up to age 4 right in front of the Hexae's base with Temple of the Sun. Gives passive bonus to units throughout the entire map, which is pretty solid. Bigblob's also still harassing east with Grenadiers.
Yes. Holding this two-sided assault pretty well, but those Grenadiers I don't think will hold out much longer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Longbowman's just arrived. Bigblob now age 4. He has so many research. He really just need to push in and it would be a victory, but is slowly hacking down Hexae.
Yeah, one bit at a time.
We see the 2 rams and more trebuchet. It's probably gonna speed up the process. All the resources from Hexae is just being used to create military units. He's at 0 wood right now. No income in gold either.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Hexae here, which would mean a clean sweep by Bigblob.
Yeah, that would be 2 wins in a row. But like,
Kind of sounds like our game.
slightly different still. The white tower is down. You could just make a bunch of lancers and charge in to kill the town center as well. Here comes the ram. We'll see what he does with it.
Yeah, it looks like he's just using them as a lure for Hexae's units. Trying to get them to come out.
Hexae's sending some villagers, which is a good idea, but just 4 might not be enough. We see lancers on the eastern side for Bigblob joining the Grenadier.
Yeah, he has them fully upgraded.
Yes, you're right.
Not sure if they'll be needed though.
We see the rams inside Hexae's base being sent towards his houses. It's with all the archers that Hexae has, you could just go straight for the town center, but
I can't get over the fire rate of those archers.
it is something to see them in action for sure. Hexae's defending himself with his army of longbowmen. Oh, Bigblob's coming in with his lancers into the archers. Those should be cleaning up house pretty quickly. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And so who will be facing Bigblob next?
Yeah, because Bigblob is moving to the semifinals, right? His matchup should be against me, actually, in the next round.
Excellent.
Trebuchet is now finishing the game. There's one thing we can say about Hexae, though. He's not a quitter. Both games.
He fought.
Yeah, both game he fought till the end. Good game, Bigblob. We'll see you in the next match. First game of matchup for Tanuki versus Mouf. Tanuki playing the English and Mouf playing the Japanese.
Good to see another English matchup in the tournament.
Yeah, the English is very much the most popular civilization with the French, I think.
Also another Japanese selection.
That's right. Those two are pretty popular right now for us.
It's a wonderful map we're playing on.
Yeah, seems to be pretty good. Shadow Lake. 3 sacred sites and 5 relics. Technically, Mouf is advantaged on that. Like, all 3 are in the same spot for him. So, same thing with those 2 players, right? They would be Bronze League if they were playing Ranked. It is their 4th game ever in Age of Empire 4 for both of them. So,
wow.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe something interesting. It's always you can't predict what happens with the Bronze League.
Oh, fair enough. But we see Tanuki opening up with a very standard 3 scout opening.
Yeah. 3 scouts is a bit overkill, but
you can never see enough.
The good thing with scouts, though, if you do make the tech, there's like this there was this meta for a while where it's pro scouting, and you kill the deers and you carry the carcass back to your base, so you don't have to put yourself in danger outside the map with your villagers. You just bring back the hunt to your base.
That seems very safe. But which empire is this?
Oh, everyone. Like it's in an upgrade in the mill, actually. Gives you access to carrying carcass with the scouts. Right there. Like if you click on farmhouse in Mouf space, professional scouts carry
I see.
animal and increase damage to them. It's expensive, but it can save you a headache later down the line.
Yeah, for sure. That would probably. Are you able to use that on the board, like the boars around the map as well?
It should only be deers, but to be honest, I've never tried it on the boar. It is a huntable source, so technically you should be, yeah. Might have to try it in my next game, actually. Oh, we see first scout coming in from Tanuki inside Mouf space. Inside the range of the town center, though. Not the best move. Mouf opening with a barrack. early on.
Wonderful CA early game aggression from Mouf with the barracks.
Yeah, the samurais could be used, or like Onabugaisha at age 2. The Onabugaisha is also part of the strategies being used, where they don't cost much resource, but they are extremely fast. They can, and they attack also super fast. They have extra range, which makes them able to attack above other units. So instead of having just one line of people fighting, they have 2 lines of people fighting. So a lot of DPS coming out of those. Tanuki also making a barrack right now, way outside her base.
I was trying to look around her base to see if she was building one, and then I saw it's a little far away.
Yeah, it can be. I do remember, like, especially in Age of Mythology, I used to do that a lot, where I would play Norse and I would send military units to enemy base really early on and build barracks next to their base. So, like, having a proxy base and maintain aggression very close to their base. So, like, my units don't have to run the entire map to get there. It was pretty good.
Yeah, makes sense. We see a H2 from Mouf going up.
Yeah, you're right.
Kura Storehouse.
Good location as well, near the tree line, close to berries. Mouf also has an advantage on villager production. Seems that Tanuki might have forgotten some cues there.
Oh, H2 coming from Tanuki, just beside the barracks.
Oh yeah, Council Hall making Lumberman. We could see a mix of Longbowmen and Spearmen. That would be good for them.
Oh, Samurai now getting queued. We know our last Japanese match, we didn't see any samurai, like foot samurai, just the horse samurai.
You're right. The cool thing about them is really like their passive deflective armor. Regenerates every 8 seconds. Good to soak enemy charge. For example, like horsemen, knights, when they charge, the samurais can soak the entire damage with their deflective armor. We're gonna see H2 from Mouf, done at about 7:40, 7:35. His economy seems to be balanced, but he really needs to make a mining camp around that gold mine. He's losing a lot of time by having his villager walking. On Tanuki's side, she's gonna need a bit more resource income. She does have a bunch of villager queued up.
Yeah, just trying to close that gap between her and Mouf on villagers will certainly help out in the economy.
Yeah.
Oh, we do see a dock going up though by
Right.
Tanuki, which is good.
They do have deep water in this map. it would be a nice source of food income for her if she has the wood to spare for that. We see an archer range built by Mouf. Will be probably Yumi Ashigaru mixed with samurais. Oh, a duck as well for Mouf. We might see some water action actually.
That'd be exciting.
For some reason, I personally don't like water making boats. It feels like you have to micro so many things already, and now having boats as well. I don't know. It's just a personal choice.
Yep. Fair. I like landing. I love just doing transport landings with boats. That's my favorite thing to do with boats.
Yeah, it did happen to me once where I felt safe. I even had like stone walls and shit on my game, and I was like, I need to fortify this beach. I need to fortify this beach, and I never did it. And my opponent for sure arrived with transport boats and dropped right into my farm area, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, they'll get you.
Yeah.
Oh, we see the hardened samurai upgrade on Muff's samurai units.
Yes. They are hardened for sure. They're not moving, but they are hard.
Tanuki now at 5 scouts.
5 scouts. We gotta remember, like I said, it's their 4th game, so she probably doesn't know that the scouts in H4 can't be used really much for anything in combat area.
Yeah, the scouts in H2 were sweet. One of my favorite units. I can see how that.
We see some military boats being produced by Tanuki. And none on the Mouf side, so like she could definitely take the water for herself. Once you have control of it, it's really hard to lose it. Now seeing a stable on Mouf side. Seems to be going for a mixed army. They're basically using he would be making like the Trinity army, right? Like it's always been cavalry, infantry, and archers. One counter the other.
Katana Bannerman is a cool looking unit.
Yeah, it's a special type of unit that Japanese can have. They do have the Bannerman for like infantry, archer, and cavalry, and it buff the other units of the same type around them. And when they die, the banner drops for like 30 seconds, and it still gives the bonus for those units. Melee attack speed. Mouf way ahead in villager production. We can see how effective that is by having a double income in almost every resource. Wheelbarrow coming in for Tanuki. That is a good upgrade. The 2 military boats are made for Tanuki, but she's not going out with it.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see her going after the fishing boats.
Yeah, that would deny Mouf quite a good income of food. Mouf almost has the resources to age up, and he's still producing military units at the same time, so he does have a good economy going on for him. Did I miss it? Oh no. I thought he aged up, but no, he just made like 1,000 horsemen.
Oh, I see that. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of horsemen coming in. Oh, and so, he's building quite the army.
He does have a decent army, but he's... Oh, is he moving? No. He seems to be very defensive with it.
Tanuki actually has quite a few troops queued up right now. I'm not sure if it's be enough, but definitely be enough to hold him back for a little bit.
Yeah, you could at least deny Tanuki's external resources. Like where she built her farms and berries. Tanuki now making men-at-arms. Mouf transitioning slowly to farms.
Yeah, he's using the ability of the storehouse very well with the farms around it, the way he has it.
Yeah, those are produced automatically, so it's pretty nice. It saves a lot of wood. It's like 12 farms, I think, times 75 wood, so like that's a lot of wood. Almost 1,000. Tanuki with 28 military units. Oh, she seems to be moving.
We have Mouf building in his H3 building.
Oh yeah. Temple of Equality. Produce Buddhist monks and unique Buddhist technology. Also allow construction of 4 additional Buddhist temples. So these monks, they are actually a very capable fighting force. They carry relics, but they can also be used to fight. And they only, by memory, they only cost food, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
Military units seems to be somewhat equal in number, but Tanuki has too many scouts and not enough archers to deal with Mouf's infantry army.
Yeah, there's and now he's getting a few horsemen out there as well.
Yeah. Tanuki's navy is still being idled. Could have been used way earlier.
Maybe she's keeping them in a defensive position.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, she doesn't have fishing boat, while Mouf doesn't have a navy but has fishing boats, so... Mouf's going out of his base now to reach new resources. I mean, north, like next to his army, is reaching out the berries. So okay, they changed that. It's not food for the Buddhist monk. It's only gold. 45 military units to 42. We see movement on Tanuki. We might see first aggression now.
Oh, here we go.
Let's see.
Coming in hot.
Yeah, let's see when Mouf realize.
Oh, the boats are on the move as well.
Oh, if Mouf was aware, he sees that army coming in next to his dock. Oh yeah, you're right. Navy's moved on. aiming, right-clicking
Right for
on
the.
right-clicking on the Japanese town center is not the best choice with military units. You need siege weapons because the Japanese, they upgrade their town center and they become stronger and stronger at each age. Oh, Tanuki's army just got deleted.
Yeah, gone.
Mouf lost like 2 units in that exchange. Well, I guess he did lose his fishing boats.
Just one of them.
Yeah, you're right. Mouf might retaliate now. He should, at least, considering he won the entire exchange.
This would be the time for the counterattack, which looks like he's getting ready to do.
Yeah, moving out. Tanuki has a few military units rallied next to her outpost, south, but way not enough.
A castle there would certainly hold a lot of those guys back. It might be a little late for that.
Yeah, well, she's also still at age 2, so there's no way she gets that. We're gonna see the second confrontation there. Oh boy.
Oh, Navy coming over might get a few kills.
Oh, will they arrive in time? The army's gone.
Oh, but they're putting damage down.
That's pretty good, but
Got a few, yeah.
the interesting thing is that Navy seems to not trigger Samurai's deflective armor.
I noticed that.
Yeah, they go straight to the HP, which is interesting. Walking straight into Tanuki's base right there. No opposition at all.
Yeah, this looks like it might be a final blow.
Oh yeah, definitely. She somehow has 26 military units, but it's probably because of the Navy.
4 horsemen somewhere. 3 horsemen. She must have units garrisoned.
Does she? Oh, they are in production. 4 of them are in production. Yeah, no, her villager are all idle. She has no resource enough, no food to produce anything right now. And she surrenders.
And there it is.
Yeah, first victory for Mouf on this matchup of a quarterfinal.
Game 1.
Game number 2 for the matchup of Tanuki versus Mouf. Tanuki picked French and Mouf picked Ottomans. In volcanic Thailand.
This is the first for both of these empires we've seen so far.
That's true. And this small friendly tournament. Oh boy. So they spawned very close to each other. And Tanuki.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, Tanuki sent her scout to the north, meaning she won't find him until a long time. But Mouf
Oh, but
went straight to her.
yeah, took some damage from the town center. Look at all that gold right there too. What an interesting map this is.
Oh yeah, all the gold is on the same side of the map. Wow. Well, most of it. Good thing is he didn't lose his scout. Mm. They would need to not build houses first, and just like Tanuki made on this game at least, use the starting wood to make lumber mill, mining camp, or the mill. Mouf is set back a lot because of this. Like, all his villagers has to walk.
Yeah.
Oh,
We already
Tanuki.
see a barracks by
Yeah,
move.
you're right. Barak on Mouf's side, and Tanuki just finally found her enemy's base. Well, oh yeah, she might lose her scout very early on again. There it is. So she just lost her sight. Again,
Yeah, losing that scout early,
yeah.
not good.
Again, this is like the 5th game for both players.
Well, they're both playing very good for this being their early on games. At least the last round we watched. Mouf seems to be going for a very balanced economy right now. A lot of maybe too many gold. My decent amount of wood. Not sure what he's going to be using it for, but yeah. I wonder if we're going to see any units coming out of this barracks
Yeah.
soon.
Mouf is ahead in in villager count. You should be using that wood to make the mill, or at least lumber mill.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of distance on all of his resources.
Yeah, it's like ants all walking in line.
Yeah, little Ottoman ants.
Even though Tanuki is very low in villager count, she's going balanced economy as well.
Uh, we're gonna see the H2 from Tanuki coming here soon.
Yeah, School of Cavalry. Remember when I told you like it's possible for a French player to send a knight in your base at like 5 minutes?
This is why.
Yes, this is why. The School of Cavalry. You produce the knight 20% faster, and you have access to early knights at H2, and you can very quickly send a knight in your opponent's base. If you are fighting wide maps, for example, this one, the Mouf's gold would be denied entirely if he did not have enough spearmen, or even his berries. And the interesting part of it is that the French knights have the tech in the School of Cavalry that allows them to heal themselves like passively when out of combat.
Oh, that's really handy.
Yeah, so it's very hard to get rid of it if you don't kill them.
We're starting to see some units come from the barracks and Mouf space.
Yeah, multiple spearmen would be definitely handy against a French player. The spearman also has the ability to brace. They can do it automatically whenever they are idle, or if you attack move and there's enemy charge coming in, they will stop moving and take a knee to brace themselves. This like stuns the enemy charge and gives immediate damage to the knight. We see some aggression now. Mouf's going in with 5 spearmen.
Yeah. Little spearman war going on.
Well, 5 against 1. Definitely not easy. Oh, it's going at the... He was going at the villager, constructing the School of Cavalry. If he could deny her this, it certainly would give him an advantage from this aggression. She's almost complete. Oh my god! She moved them. She moved the villager.
Oh no! What? No. No, it's so close. It's so close. Please, please.
Wait. Please.
Yeah.
48 HP and the school would have been built. Please, Tanuki, finish the school. Mouf keeps creating spearmen, so he's going all in on this, I think. He can't destroy the school because he's in the reach of the town center.
It's so close. Oh.
Oh, she's going for it. No! She clicked next
Please.
to it. Oh no. Oh, she's going
Oh,
again.
here we go.
Here we go. Yeah! H2. First H2 in the game. Tanuki at 8 minute 20. Unless she's making Archer, there's no way she's coming back from this.
Well, if she put her villagers in the thing.
Oh boy. Horseman versus Spearman, not gonna go well.
Oh.
Deleted.
But at least the School of Cavalry was
built, yes. Mouf is unfazed and it just walks straight into the town center's range. It's like, I don't care, I'm going right there. Right click. It's going up in age with the twin minaret madrasa. Economic landmark. Acts as a mill and it grows berries next to it. Pretty good. Tanuki fighting back, tooth and nail. Do you say tooth and nail or nails and tooth?
Tooth and nail.
Oh, okay. Mouf killing all the villagers he sees. Not bothered by the arrows, just I'm killing those.
Those are very committed villagers too. Their friends are getting speared down next to them, and they're like, "We're not done getting berries. I will die getting these berries.
I will die on those berries."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mouf went all in on those spearmen this game, which paid off actually.
Well, when you're that close to each other.
Yeah, for real. She's down to 3 villager now.
This is a hard map for anyone to play.
Yeah, like you need to expand on the back of your base, but also keep an eye on the side where your opponent is, because it's very close. She really likes those berries, man. Like,
Yeah.
she's picking the guys who were cutting wood, and she sent them in the berries. With 3 villagers, though, like, there's no way she's coming back from this. Mouf probably forgot his base for a while, because now he has like 10 villagers queued. He's like, oh yeah, I should be managing this as well.
I'm really bad for that. No villagers, though. There it is.
Yeah. Oh, GG. Tanuki is out of this little tournament, and Mouf is moving forward. His next opponent should be either Dralord or Maxance.
Welcome back to the Golden Lion Company Mini-tournament in-house players. In this matchup we have Dralord playing the Chinese versus Maxance playing the English. Maxance is a new player and he is currently the underdog in this matchup, but with a little bit of luck he might be able to pull something off. We see with Dralord opening in food and wood as well for the Chinese. Englishmen going for all food. See the exploration. Dralord decided to switch side. I don't know exactly why. He could have continued his way, and he would have found Maxance's base, but maybe he's just looking for sheep around his base and minimize the amount of travel time. On Maxance's side, he explored south of his base, found a couple of sheep, not too bad. Going into gold. 3 sheep versus 2 at the moment. Dralord splitting his economy in 3 resources, opening. Not sure where he's going with this. We'll figure it out. Dralord has been playing this game for quite a while, but Chinese is not his main civilization, and I know he's been practicing a little bit with them, and we'll see what kind of strategy he comes out with. Our mini tournament has been going pretty well. We are now at the finishing the quarterfinal with this match, actually, and after that we're going to semi-final very shortly, where we have already Bigblob fighting against myself, and the victor of this match will determine if who is going to play against Mouf for the second semi-final. In this map, Volcanic Island, the good thing about it is that there's only one way to find the fish, right? It is all deep water fish. I did not. Oh well, never mind. There's deep. What I mean is like there's deep water fish in every pond. The good thing about this is that it's the fastest source of food, but we see some aggression from Maxance following Dralord's scout. We'll see if he goes into. Oh, no, we see some Tunsitter attacking the scout, but luckily for him, Maxance did not garrison his villagers. Maxance opening up with Council Hall, where he's going to be able to make Lumberman, typical opening for English. Chinese are going with the Barbican of the Sun, which is a defensive landmark. It has hand cannon and can add arrow slits while garrisoned. You can see where it can has like cannon emplacement and sprinkled. A very strong defensive landmark early on, either to protect your gold mine or, like Dralord did here, protect the south of his base. It might need to be a little bit moved to center to cover more ground, because now half of his area of effect is in the woods, but he's still covering part of his gold. Some idle villagers on Maxance's side, not optimal, but doing a long walk, gathering on the food. Might need a meal around here. But as we said, it's his very first experience of this game, so still learning. Dralord is going for a lot of villagers in the stone. And with the resources we see there, that will probably be going a second TC coming up. Leaves a stone. And what will it be? Definitely a 2 TC. Just trying to figure out best emplacement. Oh, Dralord will be protecting another gold. Military production started for Dralord. For Maxance. Economy is would need to be reworked a bit. A little bit too many villagers in the wood right now for him, but especially considering the long distance gathering for food. Dralord has a very balanced economy right now, with 868. Opening with the stable as first military production building. We might see some raiding from Dralord. Maxance's wood lane is pretty exposed. He would need to either make a wall or at least build an outpost on this side. Alternatively, he could decide to move his wood line on this side of his base, where it would give him more time to react if you see some horsemen coming in. More longbowmen on the production side. We finally see the mill on the berries. That will help him out pretty good. We have to remind, even though he has some idle villagers, keep in mind it's his very first few games, and he is not that far behind in the villager production. Even though it's idle right now, we can see the difference here. So he's about 2 minutes behind on vills, but it's still not too bad considering new player. Dralord is now trying to expand outside his base to gather all the different resources. The game is, I'll say this, it's currently passive. Dralord could use his scout to be doing better scouting, and by doing so, you would see that Maxance is not doing aggression, and then instead of doing berries, he could go for the deer. That would give him faster food income, but that's not what we're going to see this game. Well, currently, I mean. Just nice to know. Keep in mind. You can see the first horseman. Maxance is now transitioning toward the farm. It does have the economy to hold it, but it definitely needs more villager now. He's way behind. Nope, first raid in Maxance's woodline by Dralord horseman, but unfortunately he's inside the range of the town center attack, so it's gonna withdraw. Maxance does not want to overextend with his archers. He does not see what Dralord has, which is a pretty good idea. We see protection of spearmen for Maxance, which will support his longbowmen. Definitely a good choice right now, considering that Dralord has only horseman production. I wish we could see this small army going to raid Dralord's economy. Like, he could definitely... He could have used his scout to see that the Barbican, and then just walk past it, because it does not protect the entire path, right? Walk past it, deny Dralord's gold, maybe pick up... no, this is too close to the town center, but yeah, deny gold, deny this berry, and maybe discover this second DC. Definitely deny the berry and the gold here. Entirely feasible with the current army. That might be a little bit too many farms at this time of the game, but... He stopped on the gold production. Yeah, we need to master the productions of villagers. This is almost going to be half of Dralord's villager production right now. Even though like he has a second DC, Dralord did not miss too many bills compared to Maxance, where he just figured it out and now he's mass producing them. But that is just idle food. He reorganizes economy, which is a good choice. On the other side, there we see the deers being gathered. It's not that it was a bad choice going for the berries first, but considering that there was no aggression, he could have definitely went for the deer first. Would have boosted his food income a little bit. But it's going there now, so pretty good. Production of horsemen is still going. Going for a scout another time. Maybe figuring out if Maxance has increased his military power or not. Dralord is now also transitioning towards the farms. It definitely has the economy to do so. He might have too many gold right now in food? Sorry, stone. Wood. That's hard. English is hard. And yeah, he would definitely need to spend those resources. Having a forge would be a nice idea right now. Oh, we see another H2 landmark, Imperial Academy. Nearby buildings generate 100% more gold from taxes, and Imperial officers produced cost 30% less resource and can be drop off taxes at this building. He has changed dynasty to Song Dynasty. Yeah, definitely. Right now, he's going for it with his military power. 2 archer range, 2 stables. He has been left alone for 13 minutes. For Chinese, when they are set, they're pretty hard to deal with. But he could have been harassed early in the game, and he would have had trouble to come up with the same result as he has right now. Production on Maxance's base is still going on with the military units, but again, villagers are idle right now. Town center production, I mean, is idle. Population is definitely on Dralord's side right now. 75 to 50, almost 60. Almost a full transition toward farms for Dralord. He's probably just gonna finish the deer here and transition everything to farms. Although he could still go for another huntable deer or even the boar south of his base. Oh, you see age up for Dralord at 14, almost 15 minutes. Going with astronomical clock tower, which is going to be a siege workshop and produce siege engine at plus 50% health. Playing Chinese, we'll definitely see some nested bees coming out of this. We see a mix in the army of Dralord being the Zhugonu with horsemen. His military production is going to be very much non-stop now. He does have 38 villager in food gathering, which is definitely going to be needed to sustain his army production. Maxance has a decent army right now, but he has been idle with it a bit too long. He's probably going to have trouble replacing his units when they die, compared to Dralord with double the vil. Doing again some long distance gathering. We need to build another lumber camp closer to the tree line to help him out. This time of the game, having at least wheelbarrow and some economy upgrade would also help him out. What about Dralord? I forgot to look at it, but yeah. Second upgrade of economy upgrades are going up right now, which is good. Both players are a bit passive at this time of the game, but definitely Dralord is massing quite the army. He now has surpassed Maxance in number of military units. Where's Maxance's scout? He still has it, but I don't know where it is. He brought back the sheep. It's not in the army. Might be blind. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Way north. No nested bees yet. On the move. This army will definitely get through this pack of military units right now. Here we go. What will he see? Might need to back up a little bit just to be in the range of his TC. to help him out, but he'll figure it out soon enough. There we go, first big engagement. Some free villager kills. The army engaging. Some early men at arms, but they will not be enough to face Castle Age Shigunu. Still doing a good job considering everything, but yeah, not enough military units, not enough pikemen. Their Dralord just ate the entire English army and will now trample Maxance's base. Going for all this economy right now. Maxance's villager, nice split with his cavalry. Spreading to make sure that he gets all the economy, and Maxance cannot come back from this. That was rough. Again, considering that Maxance is his first time playing, he did very well against a more experienced player. Minded the macros units, but there we go. GG for the first game of this matchup. Second game for the matchup of Dralord versus Maxance. We are now Dralord is playing Mongols and Maxance is playing the French, the south of the map. Personally, I know Dralord, and I know that he did play a lot of Mongols. We are not conqueror player at all, but it's still his main civilization with Ottomans, so this might be an even faster match if he goes all in on Maxance, considering Maxance has played less games. What is the exploration looking like? Maxance is going wide exploration, Dralord is going center of the map. The sheeps are apparently on the side of the maps. A little bit in the middle, but most of them seems to be on the sides. Oh, paid off for Maxance right now. Oh, there's two more here. Apparently, yeah, whatever. Apparently they are everywhere. Dralord figured out a way to get the same amount. Going with the Ubu. Or harvesting stone for the Mongols. Build this town center very close to the tree line for faster gathering rate. The rest of his builds are all on sheep for fast food production. On Maxance's side, standard opening. Villagers on food. 2 in gold. We might see a decent age up. Oh, walking straight into the town center of Dralord with his scout. Definitely not what you want to be doing with all those sheeps. Luckily, he managed to get out. Okay, we see. Oh, where did you send that waypoint, Maxance? No. That is 2 bills that are wasted in. Oh, 3 bills. No, 2. And have been wasted out in the map. This bill might just go be killed by the wolf in the forest. Poor villager. Run back! Run back! Go back home! The worst would be that the can sees her. Luckily, she managed to get out of the forest, coming back home. She might bring back news of all the deer she found for further gathering. Opening with Lumber Camp right now. He definitely missed the mark on his age up, but he does have the resources to do so. What about Dralord? Going with the stable at age 1. Doesn't have the resource yet to age up. Soon he does now. Oh, Maxance is the first to age up with School of Cavalry. We might see some heavy knights in age 2 to help him out. Dralord is going with a silver 3, acts as a market, production speed of traders increased by 40%, and minus 40% reduced gold cost. Dralord wants to be trading. Where is the trade? Oh, if he trade with this one, this market, a little bit too close, but we'll see what he does with it. Lord wanting to scout Maxance space with the can ability. Does have a pretty good vision. If Maxance decided to open with a barrack, he would have been spotted right there. Not too bad with the villager difference. If Maxance does not skip too many spawn, he won't be too far behind on economy. What about his scout? Still has a few sheeps. He could probably find a few more on his way back. On there. 2. There's one chilling in the back of his base. At least 3 sheep if he scouted properly. Going with the meal for the berries. How many sheep does he still have? 4 plus 1 being gathered right now. He could still go on sheep for a bit longer, but Dralord still a little bit in advance with the bills. Oh, we see the civil tree being moved to the corner of the map. Now he's going to be able to trade with the trade post next to his base. Might not be optimal, but definitely going to be giving him a good income. Now see the first Keshik being produced for Dralord. Moving this table next to the Uvu. Interesting. Oh yeah, so Dralord is making this outpost most definitely because he knows that the French likes to raid, but the thing is, Maxance is new to the game, and he missed the mark of like raiding very early with the French. Like at 7 minutes, is like 2 minutes late. This outpost does not need to be constructed at this point because the raid is most definitely not happening. Like he just needs to build Keshiks and is going to be able to counter whatever attack comes from Maxance. He does not know that Maxance is making a horseman, but yeah, especially like right under the town center, he does not need this outpost. If you wanted it for speed for the trades, it's also a little bit off. So it was definitely to protect his wood line against French knights. Dralord moving out with his Keshix, 3 Keshix to be exact. Well, now we're gonna see some harassment. Another outpost to protect his food production. Here we are with the Keshix. Keshix are still heavy cavalry, so they should do quick work of all the horsemen. Plus they heal every time they attack, so they can do it. But Dralord decided to back up instead. Maybe he did not like the odds. It was like 2 to 1. Would have needed a good macro to keep all these Keshix. Maxance's economy is not too bad, considering the amount of villager he has. 13 on food, 4 on wood, 4 on gold. He just needs to spend more diligently, considering he has less villas than Dralord. But other than that, it's not too bad. He definitely needs to make royal knights instead of horsemen. And also, maybe he does not have enough experience with the game, but having some spearmen just to defend himself would definitely help him out against the Keshix. Especially considering he only has horsemen right now. But he's always producing, which is good. You see a small wall being built. Maybe a little late and out of position to protect his food, but the intentions were good. We see now engagement of the cavalry. 6 Keshix. Now the odds are in his favor. Much better odds. Maxance could have backed up with his... Oh, some micro by Dralord. Pretty good, pretty good. Maxance should have backed up with his army just to be under the protection of his TC. It was just outside the range. See again, Dralord deciding to retreat. Does not want to lose his units. Maxance going with barracks, which now is good. He's gonna have some spearmen to counter the Keshix. What about Dralord's base right now? His economy looks solid. His traders are bringing him 35 gold and 3 food. Not the best, not the worst. But his production of Keshix is constant. Being built around the Uwu makes it as if he had like 2 stables. The only downside is like now his Keshix are also costing him some stone. But he's definitely going for all in with this strategy in mind, because all the stones is going to be used to produce units. We know like they can't build walls, but still. Ultimately, you could probably trade the stone. Never mind. They cannot collect or trade for stone. But yeah, what I was saying, like, we know they can't build stone walls, so like the stone will be used to produce units, but producing only the double of Keshix means he really wants to invest in all this cavalry. We should be seeing a mix with archers to better protect this cavalry, because if, yeah, Maxance has a few spearmen now. If he was to be microing his army pretty good, he would definitely be able to injure Dralord's attack. Maxance should go back in his base though. Like, he needs the protection of his town center. It's the only static defense he has right now, and he should really use it. Spearmen going in, but they're not target focusing, so they might not be able to take out enough Keshix. We see some villagers going into the fight. Sadly, it's going to be the last fight of the live. Town center is engaged. Maxance is really out of position right now. All his tree line will be decimated. That is a massacre. He won't be coming back from this economy-wise. Well, yeah, no, he's not coming back from this. He's at 10 bills now. 9 versus 50 at 13 minutes. This shows what I mentioned earlier about Dralord having more experience with the Mongols. It shows that he has been able to put aggression very early on compared to his Chinese play. Of course, it's different. Two different civilizations, but we see a duel here. The spearman managed to kill one of the horse. Dralord is now playing with his food. We will pro first World Night, but this is GG. Good game, Dralord. Good game, Maxance. Dralord is now moving on to the semifinals against Mouf. Thank you for being there.